Let's see, yeah, that's, oh yeah, that's a big crappie. That's a good one. That is a good one. Let's get him up here on the bank so we don't lose him. Is it gonna be a crappie? It is a crappie. So they are out here. Nice one, look at that. That's a nice one right there. He wasn't that far out either. There we go. Got another one. Boy, he came up there and smacked it. That's a crappie or what? Yeah, it's a little crappie. All right, we are out here on the last day of November. We've got some prime wintertime conditions here, late fall, I guess you call it early winter. About 60 degrees today, sunny. Little high cloud out there. Water really looks good today. I think we might have as a chance to catch a crappie or two, but we're going to throw out here. We got about 2 or 3 hours of light left today, so we're going to throw out and see what we can catch. We're going to try our little tried and true curly tail. This is a Yum curly tail grub. Got a fresh new pack of them on a little kind of a pinkish head right there. About a 1/32 ounce head. Got my wonky homemade float up here coming down. 4-pound test line leader is going to be about 8 feet down to the little jig. Got about 8-pound test main line here on this old Sonora 4000A. And we got our Berkley Shakespeare Ugly Stick GX2. Got ready to say Berkley, but it's Shakespeare. An old Ugly Stick GX2. It's about 9-foot rod. See if we might have some crappie in here today. Conditions look good. We've had some cold weather. But today it's warmed back up to around 60. So there should be some crappie in here. If nobody's been fishing this little spot, we're going to give it our best shot here. Try to get a few crappie on that stringer. So far, no bites, no pecks, no nothing. Begin to wonder if these little crappie might have kind of moved on out of here a little bit. We had some pretty cold weather. The water's finally hit its low point here, so they could have got out of here. I don't know. They should be in here though. They just may have temporarily got out of here a little bit, or just not doing much feeding right now. We're gonna keep working it here. Surely we'll be able to catch 1 or 2 here before dark. Somebody on video, I'm gonna get you on video catching a fish. If you got your big crappie, you tell us how you're doing it, how you're holding your mouth.
Yeah.
That is a little crappie. No, yellow belly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why when they hit the thing, that's why I took it. Yeah.
They don't really count, do they?
No, they don't count at all.
I'm gonna show the folks, good folks out there of YouTube land your 2 crappie though.
Okay, that's fine.
Just so we have something to put on the video. You're Jerry, right? Is that your?
No, I'm Roger.
You're Roger, okay.
Okay.
So yeah, that's a couple of decent ones right there.
Yep.
One black, one white.
Yep.
What shows your jig right there? What is that, little Bobby Garland?
Bobby Garland.
How big of a head's that guy? Just like 1/16?
1/16, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Just kind of a monkey milk little,
yeah.
All right, appreciate it. Get you another one there.
I'm gonna try with this.
Yeah, how are you? That's not a slip float. That's just, you're just like 2 feet down.
I'm
and
2 feet down, just straight lining.
Okay.
Real slow retreat.
Okay. Just kind of crawling it back.
Yeah.
You don't do much bobbing, or you?
Every once in a while, when they get more aggressive out there, I start bobbing. But
yeah.
Today's day, I tried to bob, and when I first got here, I didn't get a hit. So
yeah.
I just started tight lining it real slow.
Yeah, I do better with the real slow like that, yeah. Tight line. I think they like when it comes through the water real slow. It looks natural to them, you know.
They lazy now. If it ain't a bunch of, if there's not a lot of competition out there, they'll sit there and watch it go by.
Yeah.
You're reeling it too fast.
Yeah. There we go. I don't know if that's going to be a crappie right there, boy. If it is, we got a good one. I just think it's too heavy for a crappie, though. If it is,
You got one?
yeah, it's whatever it is. It's big. It feels like a crappie, but it feels too big to be a crappie. Yeah, if it's a crappie, it's going to be a big one. Oh, it came loose right there. Darn it! Dang it! I was sitting there fiddling with that drag right there. If that was a crappie,
You pulled loose out of you probably would. You got some big crappie in there.
dang it, son! I cannot believe that. Big yellow bass right there. I was hoping that's a big crappie. You'll get one here in a minute. Show the camera that yellow bass right there. Show the good folks on YouTube land what you're fishing with, Mike. You got a little, what'd you call it, a bubble belly?
Bubble belly.
All right, kind of a greenish yellow with a little white. You're about how far under that float right there?
Probably
2 foot?
2 foot.
Yeah, all right. That's Big Mike's technique right there. Foolproof. He'll get them when nobody else can. I think we actually got a crappie this time. Yeah, I think we got a crappie this time. I think we got one. Is it going to be a crappie? It is a crappie. White crappie. So they are out here. Nice one. Look at that. That's a nice one right there. He wasn't that far out either. 1-0.
Ain't nobody counting.
Look at that, Mike.
Yeah,
That's
nice.
that's a good one. Hit that white curly tail.
Ain't nobody counting. You need to stop counting.
That's one. I got him counted. I can count to one. One is a lonely number when you ain't got one to count. I know he's gonna measure, but for all the fine people of YouTube land, I'm gonna measure him up here. He's gonna be a 12-incher, Mike.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a good one. Good 12-inch white crappie. Put him on a stringer. All right, folks, we out here on spot number 2, right before dark. Out on spot number 1, we did catch a crappie, but not much going on over there, so we've moved over here to spot number 2, right before dark. We got a little bit of light left here before dark, so we got one crappie on a stringer. Kind of hoping to pop down here to spot number 2 and see if these crappie might have moved back in here a little bit. A couple of days ago they really weren't in here. We got this wind blowing back in our face today, which is good. So I'm hoping maybe right here before dark I could get 1 or 2 more crappie on that stringer. Would be nice. Cloudy day, about 58 degrees. We've had rain showers on and off. Got a really low ceiling, I guess you'd call it, cloud cover. Really, in some ways, a good crappie fishing day with this cloud cover. They should be out there. They should be out there. But shoulda and are out there, 2 different things. So we're going to make about 10 or 15 casts right here in our little spot. Favorable little spot right here. And drag it back through here. Really kind of slow. See if we can get a big old slab crappie to come up and hit this white curly tail right before dark. There should be some out there. I doubt anybody's been in here fishing on this spot today. So I can't use that as an excuse, really. Doesn't look like anybody's been here. But that crappie may not be in here. It just may not be in here today. We were recording right there. We got one, got the takedown. Turned the camera off, and now we turned it back on. That feels like a good crappie. Go easy with him here, and I think we got one for the stringer, maybe. Yeah, he's going to make it. He is going to make it on the stringer right there. Yeah, that's a good one right there. That's going to be about a 10.5 incher. We needed that one. We needed that one to go with this other one we got. So that's going to give us 2 more for the freezer, either for dinner tonight or we'll have them maybe tomorrow night, one or the other. Look, they're barely hooked right there. Okay, let's see what size we got right here. Yeah, he's over 10. That's about 10.5. He's good. Let's get him on the stringer. Get him on the stringer here. See if we can't get us another one. All right. Crankbait. Brand new looking little old crankbait. We'll take it. Put it in the pile with all the other crankbaits. We'll make a few casts right up through here. This little spot right here. Sometimes these crappie will little stump right out there, some little piece of cover. There we got a little one. He ain't gonna quite measure up though. He ain't gonna quite measure up. Let's get him turned loose right here. There we go. Got another one. Boy, he came up there and smacked it. Didn't really feel like a crappie, but we're gonna find out what we got right here. If that's a crappie or what. Yeah, it's a little crappie. Another one. That's 3. Well, 3 today. He come up and thumped it pretty good. Just kind of a little typical, barely big enough not to keep type situation. Let's get him turned loose here. There we go, little buddy. Got the wind blowing back into our face today, which I think is helping. Earlier in the week, the wind was blowing out of this cove, and it seemed to be pretty well, didn't have any crappie in here. I mean, I fished it hard. So as I was saying, I fished it hard out here a few days ago and didn't catch anything, so the crappie just weren't in here. And today they are in here. The wind's blowing back in our face a little bit, so I just don't think there's any big ones out there. We're going to keep trying here and see if we can get one more big one here. One more on that stringer maybe. Should be a decent sized one hanging out there. We may go over to this other pole right here real quick like, just to get it a little deeper, just to see if they might be laying down there on that bottom. There he is right there. That's a good one. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, that was pretty close in. Just like I thought, laying right there on bottom. That's going to be another one for the stringer. If we can get him in here. Don't let him get off. I put a little edge on this hook. We've been missing a lot of them here lately. Getting them in here close and they flop off right at the bank. But but I got that hook sharpened up and we got him. That's going to be another keeper. Another little keeper right there. Oh, it's going to be pretty close. It's going to be really close. I think he's going to be probably about 10, 10 and a half. Yeah, 10 and a half. Right there on it. Let's get him on the stringer. They'll give us 3 on the stringer here. 1 up in the car and 2 right here. Two decent sized little crappie. They ain't no monsters today, but they're big enough to eat.